Hello, and thanks for joining me for this all-standing flexibility strength workout. We're going to be using a set of light weights today. I'm just using a set of 3 pounds. This is not one to go heavier because we're working on our flexibility and our mobility. So we're using those weights to get the full range of motion. So nice slow movements. We have 4 blocks. We're going to do each move and then repeat those moves with the set of light weights. Because it's a lot of stretching and mobility, we only have a few moves for a warm-up. Let's make sure that we do that first. So have a chair on hand, and if you have a wall space, that's great for one of the exercises. If not, I'll show you how to do it without the wall as well. Grab your chair or a wall in case you need it for stability as well. Let's get started. Big inhale, arms come up. Hold here, climb the ladder, reaching up as far as you can. Big stretch. This exercises are all osteoporosis friendly too. There's no twisting or rounding of the spine. Let's do that again. Hands come down. Big inhale. Reach up out of that spine and lengthen. So I want you to think about throughout this whole workout, strengthening and lengthening your muscles. Again, working on that full range of motion, really going to help in your everyday activities. Both hands reach up and let's circle the wrist down. And one more time, inhale. And circle the wrist the other way. Grabbing one knee, hold onto your chair or wall if you need to. Just some ankle circles. And reverse. Take that hip, we circle around and give it a little press back. Again, knee up, ankle circles, circle that hip, press back. And one more time. Same thing, other side. Find your balance, pull up tall. As we press back with that foot, try to press the heel towards the floor to stretch the hip flexor and the calf muscle. Around, press back, one more. Around and press back. Okay, that's it. Couple shoulder rolls. We're going to start with a good morning. Our feet a little wider and hip width apart. Toes are facing forward. Arms come, hands come behind your head, elbows are nice and wide. Engaging our core, pulling up nice and tall. Tiny bend in those knees. We hinge forward from the hips, and then we come up. So with each of these blocks, we have 3 exercises, I guess, in one that we're going to add on. You'll see what I mean in a second here. Hinge forward, feel that stretch in the back of the legs. Adding on from here. Next, we hinge forward again. Now we bend the knees into a squat. You drop those hips as low as you are comfortable. Straighten again, and then come up. We do this one 4 times. Drop the hips. Lift the hips, and come up. Okay, adding on our last variation. We do our good morning, our squat, straight, lift, now squeeze the elbows together and really squeeze the shoulder blades back behind you. 4 times again. Squeeze and open. Each time, can you go a little bit lower as those muscles warm up? Here's our last time with this one. Okay, second combination for the first block is we have a small forward lunge. So come to a staggered stance. Back leg stays straight, front knee bends. So we hinge forward, again pressing that heel towards the floor, knee is over that ankle, and press up. So just a small bend in that front knee. Okay, adding on. Lunge, reach the arms, and then come up. We lunge, reach, press up. Adding on again. We lunge, reach, hands come behind, pulse. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the legs. Lunge front. Remember that back leg is straight. Reach. Swing them back. Pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1. We do this 2 more times. Then we'll switch to the other side. Straighten that leg, and let's rotate to the other side. We start just with that lunge. Back leg is straight. Press up. Let's add the arm. Lunge, reach, lower, and press up. Activating that quad, stretching the muscles in the back of the legs here. Core is working hard too. Lunge, reach, hold it here, pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1, and straighten. One more time. 4, 3, 2, 1, and straighten. Okay, now with those moves, we're going to add our weights. And if you're not comfortable adding weights, you don't have to, or you could even add light wrist weights. So we start back in that wide position with our good mornings. Hands behind the head, weight is not on the neck, you're just holding it, maybe resting it on the shoulders if you like. Tiny bend in those knees, we hinge forward from the hips. We do this 4 times number before we add in our squat. Here we go, let's add in that squat. Remember to keep your back flat. And if you're just giving me a baby bend, that's great too. And make sure your knees are out in line with your toes. One more. Okay, next time we add in the elbow squeezes. Squeeze together, open wide. Using your core to lift your torso back up here. In and out. Well done. Swivel. Or just lunge back to face me, whatever's easiest for you. And we start with the lunges. Here we go. Back leg is straight, front leg bends and straightens. Long neutral spine here. Lunge, reach the arms, down and straighten. Lunge. Really reach. Try to keep those elbows straight. Let's add those 4 pulses. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach forward, swing back, 4, elbows straight. Last one like this. Other side. Here we go. Lunge first, back leg straight. Let's add the arm reach. Push up. Adding the 4 pulses, here we go. Reach forward, back 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift, forward. How are those thighs and glutes feeling? Woo! Last one. Hinge, reach, back 4, 3, 2, 1, and push up. Okay, weights down. Time for the second block. This is where you need your wall. We're going to start with some wall angels. So if you don't have a wall space, you're going to reach up and cactus down, really squeezing the elbows down and back behind you. And if you can't do a wall sit, you're going to do a regular squat. Okay? Follow along and do what you can. If you've got the wall space, you're going to try to put the back of your head and your shoulders and your bum on the wall. We do a snow angel down here and come up. Incredible move for our posture. Again, we're trying to keep contact with that wall, but it's okay if not all parts are touching. Okay, here come our squats. If you're on the wall, you're going to step forward and you're going to slide down. So angel or cactus. We come down and press up. We have 4 more, adding on. Up and down. We come down. We lift the heels if possible and slide up. So maybe use a chair for balance if you're squatting, or just leave your heels down, whatever works for you. Woo! Hello, quads. We only have 2 more. I know what you're thinking until we repeat it, right? Lift the heel and come up. Shake that out. Well done. Next move, we are going to take a big step back, again pressing that heel, stretching that hip flexor, and step together. Step back, step together. Adding on, we're coming into a knee raise. Back and lift. Back and lift. Adding on, chair if you need it for balance, because we're going to hold that knee lift. Internally rotate, externally rotate, and step back 3 more times. Lift, internal, external rotation, step back. Rotating from that hip. Again, working on that mobility and flexibility. Cricks and cracks. All right, same thing, other side. Step back, together. Adding the knee. Find that little hold, find that balance. Having a strong core and think about lifting up from the crown of your head. Helps with that balance. Hold on if you need to. Add rotation in, out, press back. 2 more. Not easy. It'll get better with practice. 1 more. All right, little shakeout. Grab your weights. And we go back to our angels or cactuses with squats or wall sets. Starting with just the arms. Squeeze elbows down and in. Inhale. Exhale. All right, get into position, get ready for that squat or slide. Down and up. Open up the chest here. If you're on a wall, really push your back into the wall. Let's add that optional heel lift. And push up. Adjust if you need to. I'm not wearing shoes today, so my toes are a little slidey. One more. And relax. Okay, back to the step backs. Come in, 3 more. Stretch back and in. Let's add that knee. Step back, knee. All right, adding our rotations, weights on top of your thighs if you want to add that extra weight. Step back again, hold on if you need to. One more. Other side. Step back and in. Stretch as you step back. Add the knee. Back, up and hold. We're using our core to drive that knee up. Weights on top if you like. Add the rotation in and out. We just have 2 more. In and out. Well done. Weights down. We're halfway done. Coming to one of my favorites, really wide sumo or like a second plie position. So your feet are as wide as they can go, so keeping balance. And our hips are tucked for this one. Arms are going to be out at our sides. And we simply plie down, dropping those hips down. Push up through those heels. Great for stretching those inner thighs. Lift up. Squeeze the glutes together as you come up. All right, arms are going to come in and out. Squeeze the chest together and out. Adding on, down, out, extend, back in. Extend and in. Just 2 more. Strong core. Squeeze your butt. Good. From here, keep that wide stance. Toes come in together into a side lunge. We reach down, the straight spine, hips come to the back, and we lift up. Again, great stretch for those hips and inner thighs. Adding on from here, we're going to lift that elbow into a row and then push up. Hinge, lift, and up. Adding on, lunge, row, come up, big circle with that arm, reaching as long and as tall as you can. Lunge, up and around. Really stretch. One more this side. Same thing other side. We start just with the lunges, hips to the back, and come up. You're reaching towards that toe. Totally fine if you just get to the knee. Let's add that row. Elbow back. Push up and off through that leg. So your right leg stays straight the entire time. Lunge, row back. One more, then we add the circle. Here we go. Lunge, row, push up, big circle around. Okay, now you know what's coming. Grab those weights. We come back to that wide plie position where you're as wide as you're comfortable, toes to the side, and again we tuck the hips. We start just with the 4. Down, press up, squeeze the glutes. Let's add our arms. Down, out. And here we go, adding that third variation. Out and in. Can you drop your hips a little bit lower? Last one here. Okay, toes face forward. Here we go, lunging to the right again. Down and left. Let's add that row. Elbow up and back. All right, second set. I know you're really warm right now. So now's the time to increase that mobility. Can you lunge a little bit further? Remember, you're keeping that straight spine. Let's add the arm circle. Push up. Big circle up and around. This is why we don't have heavy weight. Two more. As big as you can. Reach, reach, reach. And other side. starting just with the lunges. Let's add the row. Hips back, elbow back. Drive up. And I know I'm a broken record, but our tummy is in. And we have that straight or neutral spine here. Let's add the circle. Up and around. As big of a circle as you can make it. And our last one. All right, weights down. We are ready for our last block. We have a side leg lift, so chair is there if you need it for balance. But we're going to start just with some big hip circles. So all the way around, and then we switch. Adding a side leg lift. All the way around, lift the right leg, balance if you can, all the way around, lift the other leg. All right, we're gonna add a press overhead. So big hip circle, leg lift, big reach overhead. Circle the hips. Side leg lift, big reach. All right, that was an easy one. On to our last move, we have a straight leg stance. So like we did before, but this time both of our legs are staying straight. So not quite locking out the knees, but you just have a small little bend in them. So we're simply going to hinge forward. You're really gonna feel this in the back of your hamstring and your glute in that front leg. And lift. We hinge forward. Can you get your torso parallel to the ground? You should feel this like you feel a deadlift. Making those large muscle groups do all the work. All right, we hold that hinge, take the arms forward and back and come up. We hinge, your tummy's in, so you're not feeling this in your lower back. Mind where the muscle is, so think about these large muscle groups and keeping your core engaged. Forward, arms front and back, swing. Adding on, last variation. Forward, swing. They meet center and we fly out, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Forward, front and back. Big squeeze. One more. Great, same thing, other side. So we swivel and we start just with a hinge. Again, straight legs. Core in, hinge forward. Use the glutes and those hamstrings to pick your torso back up. And it's kind of a different way of working the muscles. You're gonna feel so good after this workout. Here we go, hinge. Lower the arms, we swing. And come up. Lengthen your spine. So no rounding here. Think about coming forward rather than down. Like the crown of your head is reaching away from you. Let's add in that fly. Forward, back, and out to the side. And reach. Hinge forward. I know, that front leg is talking to you on that hamstring. You know it's working, you're doing it right. We have one more. And lift up. And a little shake out. Whew, okay. Well done, grab the weights. And we start with those hip circles. All the way around. We're just going to hold our weights at our sides. And then you can use the weights to add on for that side leg lift to add a little resistance. All right, here we go. Circle. Right leg out to the side and down. Circle. Pick it up. Put it down. Try to lift your leg in a controlled motion. Slow up, slow down, and hold onto the chair if you need to. Let's add the press overhead. Leg lift, big reach overhead and down. Here's our last one. Takes a lot of balance, I know. Okay, guys, last set. Back to that hinge. Big step back. Tummy in. Straight legs. Down and left. Crown of your head reaches forward. Add in the arms, front and back, and lift up. Think about pushing the floor away from you as you lift that torso. Let's add the fly. Hinge, forward, and back, out to the side. Last two on this side. Well done. Starting just with our hinge. Remember, push the floor away from you as you come up. Let's add our arm swings. As the arms come forward and back, again, think about stretching them long. Let's add the fly. And last one. And lift. Well done, my friends. Let's do some well-deserved stretches. Whew. Taking those legs wide, toes facing me, hinging forward. Just a tiny bend in the knees, and then keep your back straight here, just as far down as you can go. Stop when you feel like your back needs to round. Maybe drop your hands to the floor. Nice deep breaths here. Beautiful stretch for those hamstrings. We've really worked them hard today. All right, lift the chest, lunge into one side. One knee is bent, other leg is straight. If you have osteoporosis, stay here. If not, if you're okay to twist, go ahead and take that one arm up and back for a beautiful thoracic spine twist here. And back to center, other side. Lunge. Send the hips to the back. And again, either stay here or arm comes up and over. And drop the arm and push up. We swivel. And again, drop that chest, keeping the spine straight. Chest comes down towards that knee. Another hamstring stretch. Hold here, lift the chest, and then step back into a lunge. And I want you to go as low as you can. Maybe wiggle that toe further back. Really dropping into that back leg, that hip, opening it up right here. Feels really nice. Chair or wall for support if you need it. All right, little hop in. Same thing, other side. Both legs are straight first. We hinge forward, straight spine. Make sure you're breathing here. Allow that muscle to relax. Lift the chest. Wiggle that back foot. Back to come into a really nice low lunge, as low as you're comfortable with. Try to straighten that back knee. If you're able to come into a runner's lunge, you even could all the way down here. You do what's comfortable for you. Okay. Coming back up. One arm crosses over. And then I want you to look over the shoulder. And look over the other shoulder. Head comes back to center, and then ear to shoulder. Lift the head and switch arms. Hug it in. Look over the shoulder. Other side. Back to center. And right ear to right shoulder. Back to center, release the arms. Out to the side, let's do some shoulder rotations. So rotating as big as you can all the way from those shoulders. Working on that mobility. Palms press back and up. 3, 2, and 1. Reach back, clasp your hands together if you're able to. Open up that chest, maybe straighten the elbows. You know, this is all about mobility and flexibility with some strength, but there's a lot of posture and balance as well. So great job, all in one. All right, release that out, and then coming into my favorite, figure 4, either crossing here at the ankle or if you can, above that knee, and sit the hips to the back. Woo. That feels good. There was a lot of side booty and hip work here. Deep breath in and out. Let's take it to the other side. Cross and sit back, bending that standing leg. Deep breath in. Exhale. Let's put that foot down, reach up, big inhale, and exhale down. Well done. I'm so proud of you. As always, share with a friend, leave me a comment, let me know how you enjoyed this workout. Thanks for working out with me, and we'll see you next time.